It was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn.
Wow! I feel violated right now.
Who apparently wanted to know what a Bieber butt felt like.
Ron! 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 We know you was at them Diddy parties. We know you was there. We know you was at them Diddy parties.
Because they are trying to normalize the devil. They are trying to the devil is on the main stage at award shows and in every video and signs and symbols.
I've been in rooms at the top of the top, which albums are prayed over demonically. Music is prayed over demonically.
If I ask what might be the most evil industry in this country, some of you are surely going to point to Silicon Valley, while a lot of you are going to remind me of Wall Street. And to be honest, none of you are wrong, because the tech bros have a habit of screwing things up, and don't even get me started on how ruthless those finance bros are. However, in recent years, another industry has quickly become a strong challenger for this title, and I'm sure you've already guessed that I'm talking about our entertainment business. From notoriously abusive producers to extremely creepy and yet influential celebrities, the entertainment industry has a lot of villains. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the 3 major reasons why the glamour business is slowly infecting and killing the very core of our culture. But before we begin, I'd like to remind you that YouTube has a habit of keeping this channel in the shadow realm. So if you like any of these videos, please hit the subscribe button and also click the little bell icon so you don't miss any future uploads. Now, the first reason entertainment has become such a dark and dirty business is the presence of literal monsters in the highest ranks of power. This list includes people like Harvey Weinstein, P. Diddy, Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and a lot of other extremely popular artists who have been involved in some of the most heinous crimes you can imagine. I mean, surely you haven't forgotten that Harvey Weinstein is facing charges for sexually abusing more than 80 people, many of whom were popular artists themselves. And their stories show us just how much power this monster had over the industry and how easy it was for him to commit all of those disgusting crimes. Many of the victims couldn't even speak for years and years, fearing that their careers would be over if they ever spoke a word against him. And why wouldn't they feel this way? The industry had basically turned this man into a deity and told everyone that he could do no wrong.
Before we begin, I just want to congratulate Harvey and his wife Georgina on the birth of their new baby boy.
Thank you.
Harvey gave us just what we needed, another hymn.
If I keep thanking you in public, people will think we're having an affair.
Thank you for killing whoever you had to kill to get me up here today.
Harvey Weinstein, the Punisher, Old Testament, I guess.
I would like to thank Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey Weinstein, who believed in us and made this movie.
Harvey, thank you to Harvey.
Harvey Weinstein for his commitment.
Thank you. That people don't thank enough, but there's a kindly, wonderful, gentle man that we all deeply love. His name is Harvey Weinstein. But a heart of gold. And we do love you. And this is a good man. People don't know that, but he's done a lot of good things in life.
As you can see, they were literally calling him God, even though they knew he was the devil himself. Now, these evil people also enjoy some very strong political connections, which gives them even more influence within the industry.
By thanking Harvey Weinstein for organizing this amazing day. Harvey. This is possible because of Harvey. He is a wonderful human being, a good friend, and just a powerhouse.
Now, the Obama family didn't just have interesting relations with Weinstein, but the president himself was also caught on camera while praising the diddler.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
Since we applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
Now let's make one thing clear. I'm not saying that the former president or his wife knew that these men were doing such horrible things in the shadows. However, I'm sure you'll agree that such political endorsements gave these men unprecedented credibility, and that is horrifying. But that brings me to our next point. We need to stop treating these celebrities as if they are some moral authorities. I personally know a lot of people who treat Oprah as if she's some saint, but I'm sure many of you also know that she was a very close friend of Harvey Weinstein. And when his actions finally came to light, she just released a statement on her Facebook page as if she didn't even know the guy. I've been processing the accounts of Harvey Weinstein's hideous behavior and haven't been able to find the words to articulate the magnitude of the situation. Filmmaker James Schamus captured so much of what I've been feeling when he said, "This is the story of one predator and his many victims, but it is also a story about an overwhelming systemic enabling, and until that story is fully told, we will fall far short of stopping future depredations on a similar scale." Thanks to the brave voices we've heard this week, many more will now be emboldened to come forward every time this happens. I believe a shift is coming. Now, unlike Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey has been an integral part of Hollywood, so it's hard to believe she didn't know what kind of man Harvey was. I mean, his creepy activities were an open secret, as you can see from this joke Seth MacFarlane made all the way back in 2012.
Congratulations, you 5 ladies no longer have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein.
He made this joke during the Oscars ceremony in front of a live audience of millions and millions of people. Ricky Gervais also made a similar joke, telling us that they all knew what Weinstein was up to.
Our next presenter starred in Netflix's Bird Box, a movie where people survive by acting like they don't see a thing. Sort of like working for Harvey Weinstein.
Now, Oprah isn't the only industry icon who's been friends with these criminals. Ellen DeGeneres also has a history of being friendly with people like Diddy, who have been accused of really bad things for years now. But instead of cutting these men off, she was busy doing this.
Diddy, come on out.
Ironically, Ellen has moved to the UK, and some sources claim that it was thanks to Donald Trump's victory. Well, let's just see how some people are reacting to her decision to move abroad.
Y'all, Ellen done left the country. Ellen packed her bags and left the country, supposedly because she don't like Donald Trump. Well, Ellen, we not stupid. You didn't leave because of Donald Trump. That was an excuse. You running from the law, baby girl. We ain't dumb, but you can run, but you can't hide. You can be extradited, okay? While you out there sipping tea in England, we can still bring you back to America to face justice.
Now, interestingly, there was a time when she was telling Donald Trump that he could date her mom if he's interested.
I see a beautiful woman up there. That's your mother, isn't it, huh?
Yeah, look at her.
Hello.
She's available if you're interested. I'd like to offer her.
As you can see, these so-called icons of showbiz usually aren't as perfect and good as they seem. In fact, most of the time, they are not only flawed, but also straight up rotten, and yet a lot of people look up to them for guidance. I've already explained in my previous video how people like Leonardo DiCaprio, Jay-Z, and Beyonce were frequent members of Diddy's parties. But now they've become political and social activists who are seemingly going to lead us to a better future. And this brings me to the final reason why I believe showbiz has turned into this incredibly evil and despicable industry. I'm sure you may have wondered why films have changed so much in the last decade. I mean, there was a time when movies were made to show their artistic value or to simply entertain people. Sure, there's always been hidden meaning behind anything you see in cinema, but most films didn't feel political. They used to portray characters who were fighting against the odds or trying trying to overcome some internal struggles to achieve something. However, ever since the woke movement took over Hollywood, most films have become nothing more than propaganda. I mean, just listen to what Ariana Grande and her fellow actress have to say about their new film called Wicked. Please remember that this film is set in the world that we saw in The Wizard of Oz.
Well, Oz is a very queer place and has always been.
Yeah.
Even from the L. Frank Baum books, it's always been queer.
Yeah, I think so, for sure.
Gay.
They also had this to say in their interview.
Not to be corny, but make the world a safer place, especially right now, you know? I think it's the most important work that we can do.
As you can see, there's a very clear political narrative here, and we're talking about a film that's basically made for kids. Now, many people are saying that you don't have to ruin every classic film in order to talk about an important subject. Why aren't there more movies like Dallas Buyers Club? Films that are able to discuss a subject in a more interesting and serious way without becoming a politically charged mess. Unless we end the influence of woke culture from Hollywood, our kids will never know how entertaining and moving a film can be, and that's a sad, sad future indeed. Now, let us know what you think about our scandalous entertainment industry. Do you think it can be saved, or do you think it's a lost cause? Remember to subscribe to this channel if you enjoyed the content, and I hope to see you on the next video.